So just wanted to kind of hop on here, touch base with you guys. This week I am going to try to have a little bit less sugar than I did last week. I'm not cutting sugar out entirely. I don't think I'll ever succeed in doing that, but I am trying to not have it as often. I'm sticking with the protein shakes for breakfast. I'm only having the hot coffee with sugar 2 or 3 times a week, and the rest of the week I'm having the protein shakes, which is helping, and that helps cut down the sugar. I am having diet sodas. That's not something I'm ready to cut out just yet. And I'd like to, at some point, cut down on the amount of caffeine I have later in the day, because a lot of times I just have, a second serving of caffeine in the afternoons. If I could maybe move my first serving and have it a little later. We'll see if that's even necessary. I don't think I have too much caffeine, but I do have 2 or 3 servings a day. Yeah, so this week I'm going to meal prep. It will be somewhat of a repeat. I'll probably make the tuna salad again. I'm just loving it. And that's normal. It's normal to eat the same things over and over again. If it's working for you, why? If it's working for you, why change it? So I'm trying to get into the habit of having more omega-3 rich food. I love walnuts. My secret, if I eat walnuts, I don't count them on Weight Watchers. I figure if some people can count avocado as 0 points, I'm going to count walnuts, pecans as 0 points, because those are kind of taken medicinally for me. I do count my avocado points. They're only like 1 or 2 points per amount that I put on my sandwich or my toast. But if it's walnuts or pecans, I don't sweat it. So yeah, so that's what I'm kind of doing this week. I think I'm going to do the tuna sandwiches. I might make some egg salad sandwiches if I can find more of the boiled eggs. I don't see myself boiling eggs at this point now that I've discovered they already bought boiled eggs, which are saving my life right now. And next week, I'll probably look in my freezer, see what I have, anything that I have frozen that I can pull out and defrost and have a ready-made meal. So yeah, so stay tuned, see what I make this week, see how I stay on track or not. And I'd love to have you and take you along on this journey with me. Splash and Casper would love to have you. If I put my video on, they love to hear my voice. They come looking for me like, where is she? So yeah, comment down below if you're trying to get back on track or just maintaining your health journey. It doesn't even have to be weight loss. Some people aren't trying to lose weight, but if you're just trying to maintain how it's working for you, what are the items you're including? What are some things you're limiting? And what's helping you to stay on track?
When I do make hot coffee, this is how I do it. I just put the coffee grounds in my French press and add hot water. Let that steep for about 4 minutes, sometimes a little longer. And then I press it in and go ahead and pour it into my mugs. It's really good this way. I add my creamer, which is the Silk Almond Creamer that I'm using right now. And I count it as 4 points. I know it's probably a little more. I try to measure about 4 tablespoons. Sometimes it's probably a little bit more, like 6, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm trying to only do this about 2 or 3 times a week, and the rest of the time have my iced coffee, which is sugar-free, and see where that goes. But for now, there are days when I just need some hot coffee, and I don't like black coffee, so I'll go ahead and have it with my Silk Almond Creamer, and I count it as 4 points, and I move on with my day. Another meal I've been having is peanut butter and jelly. This is on the Dave's Killer Bread, which is 3 points for 2 slices. And then I do about 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, which is 3 points, and then 1 tablespoon of jam, which is 2 points, for a total of 8 points. All right, ready for meal prep. The minute I started putting stuff out, Splash comes look to see what's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and meal prep the first part of what I'm gonna eat when I go back to work in a couple days. So these are kind of the staple meals. I'm gonna have chicken breast with green beans, and I can't believe it's not butter. That makes for a 1 point meal. I'm gonna have tuna salad, which is 4 points. And I'm gonna have that on my bread, which is not featured here, or with crackers. The olive oil is for the chicken. I've got my little containers ready to go. So let's see if we can get this done. 2 of the staple meals for the week. Let's see if we can get it done in a little over an hour. The chicken takes a little longer than an hour, but yeah. And then tomorrow I'll cook something else to have a 3rd meal, maybe a 4th thing. I feel like if I have more prepared, I'm more likely to eat at home. So this is what we'll do. It is 7:45, so we'll see what time I'm finished and ready to put it all away. Tony Chachere's, per usual. We've also got Italian seasoning. I forgot to show this earlier. Anyone else find a new bottle of seasoning is harder to control? And parsley. Some of that's gonna probably slide off into the oil, but there we go. Chicken ready to go in the oven. I forgot to show the tuna along with the mayo, mustard, and eggs. This is how I make my tuna salads. So this is how I make up my tuna salad. I've got 4 eggs, 1 can of tuna. I tried to make sure I really drained the tuna this time because I felt like there was still too much moisture in it. I've also got 4 tablespoons of mayo and 1 tablespoon or a half a tablespoon of mustard. I'm just gonna go ahead and stir that up. Once it's stirred up, I'm gonna add the Tony Chachere's for flavor. You could add salt, pepper, you could add seasonal, you could add tahini or whatever seasoning you like, Tabasco sauce, hot sauce, Cholula sauce, anything you like. Add it to your tuna, be brave. I like Tony Chachere's. It's simple, I know it's gonna work. Add salt, adds a little spice, gives it a little flavor. I went ahead and added an extra tablespoon of mayo. It just looks a little darker than I'm used to, and I just wanna make sure that it tastes good. I used a different variety of fish this time, so I wanna make sure I'm not overpowered by the flavor of the fish. Sometimes you gotta, what do they call that? Acquire a taste for something. And fish isn't something I love. I'm working on it. I'm eating more fish. It's not usually my go-to. More of a chicken kind of girl. But I'm gonna go ahead and add this tablespoon, mix it up, add my Tony's, and we should put a little Tony's. I'm gonna put just a little bit more, just to kind of kick up the flavor. Taste test approved. It's good. I feel like I usually have more eggs in there, but I'm gonna go with it this week, see what I need. If I need, I can always add more eggs. I'll probably get about 3 servings out of this. So these are the veggies that I've got for the week. I've got a head of broccoli, 2 cucumbers, my leftover tomatoes from last week. I'm gonna make another order of groceries for tomorrow to make my last portion of my meal prep. So I'll probably include a few more varieties of veggies, but this has been kind of my go-to. I prefer to buy the heads of broccoli because when I buy the frozen ones, I just feel like the pieces aren't big enough. And I like these English style cucumbers. Tomatoes, it's summer, we're getting back into that season. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice these up and have them all ready to go for the week. So I'm gonna steam the broccoli and then I'm just gonna slice the cucumbers and leave them fresh. Got 3 containers, 2 cups, so that's 2 points each. I had to eat the last few bites because I couldn't fit them in. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the tomatoes yet. I'm probably just gonna leave them in the container right here on the table and then take them with me to work when I go back, or eat them as a snack tomorrow, or eat 2 of them as a snack tomorrow and eat the other 2 at work. We'll see. I've got the broccoli in my little steamer basket and I'm gonna put the lid on so that it all cooks through. And then that should be ready. This is the first batch. I'll do the second batch, and then my broccoli will be ready for the week. So the chicken's in the oven, the tuna salad is made, and I've got the veggies chopped and steaming. I'm trying to decide if tomorrow I'll do more meal prep and do the spaghetti that I was thinking of, or just go with the tuna salad and the chicken. It'll be enough to get me through my 2 work days. And then I can meal prep another meal on Saturday, so not sure. How do you guys meal prep? Do you meal prep all your meals on one day off, or do you kind of stagger them? Like, a lot of times I'll do one meal on one day off, I'll meal prep another meal the next day, and then when I have my 3rd day off, I'll go ahead and make the 3rd meal, or maybe 2 more meals. So how do you guys do it? What works for you? Comment down below. Second round of broccoli steaming away. Here's the chicken all done. I'm gonna let it cool, then I'm gonna put it in the containers. For supper, I'm just gonna have this protein bar that's been hanging around in my purse. I'm not super hungry. If I get hungry though, I'll have some eggs later on, but I think this will be fine. I did it. I got the chocolate sweet cream cold brew. So far so good. I'll let you guys know. So I counted this as 11 points. That's what it was in the app. I got the venti because with the ice, it always melts and then it's mostly ice. So I always get the venti and it was worth it. This was one of my splurges. I usually splurge on Wednesdays and again on Saturdays. So I kind of have 2 days to treat myself. So this was one of my treats. I went over to a friend's house for breakfast. We often meet midweek for breakfast at her place, and I had 2 eggs and we had it with breakfast sausage. I made a little toast with the egg and the sausage. It was so good, so simple, but just perfect. I love eggs in the morning, and that's kind of one of our rituals. We just hang out every week for a midweek breakfast, and then we hang out on the weekend as well. So I'm finishing the day with these cucumbers and tomatoes, and I'm trying my Greek dressing by Primal Kitchen. So if you see me continue to use it, it means it was a success. If not, well, we'll try another Greek dressing. But the apple cider vinegar flavor is strong. At least I think that's what I'm tasting. Yep, apple cider vinegar, but we'll see once it's mixed into the salad. So I count these Ghirardelli squares as 4 points according to the app. And I just have them here and there. I bought them when I was in California. They're really good and just a nice little sweet something to finish off the day. Little snack, I'm gonna have some walnuts. Just a handful. All right, I don't normally put everything out like this to show you what I have for the week, but I had everything ready, so I decided to just go ahead. But I'll show you what I have prepared for the next few days. This will get me through about 2 work days. I'll probably have to cook a little more on Saturday before going back to work. But I'll show you what I have and kind of explain it. So I just made these. They're kind of breakfasty, but I could also use them as snack or lunch, dinner. I'm okay with that. I ran out of sausage, so I'll have to get something else for that one. Maybe I'll run into the store and pick some up. They didn't have any when I ordered my Instacart order, so it was just out of luck. We ran out. So on this one, I have a piece of provolone cheese, 2 of the turkey sausages, 2 eggs. These, I have a piece of the thin sliced Swiss. You can see it's already melted a little bit, and the 2 turkey sausages. I've also got my 2 chicken meals to get me through work days. This is what I'll eat either at home before I go to work, or I'll bring it to work. I need to add some Tony's. I need to add some seasoning to these, but so that's 2 meals ready, which I'm fine with just 2 chicken meals at a time, because sometimes the chicken doesn't taste as good if it sits in the fridge for too long. So I've got tuna salad ready to go. I didn't feature the bread, but I have bread in my pantry that I'll pull out for this. I've got fruit. I've got blueberries. I'll probably eat off of this about 4 times. I've got these little cherries to go along with my cucumbers. And I've got 2 containers of broccoli. So that's quite a bit of broccoli there. I could probably get 4 servings out of it, but if you guys have watched me for any amount of time, you know I'm a volume eater, so I'll probably eat all this broccoli in one sitting. So if I don't eat it during the week, it'll maybe go towards my next chicken meal for the next 2 days of work when I go back to work after the weekend. So this is what I have for the week. So Weight Watchers friendly. I have the chicken, which is a 0-point meal other than the butter, which is 1 point. The tuna, I think, is worth 5 points for, I get 3 servings out of this, so worth 5 points per serving, plus the bread. Blueberry 0, fruit, veggies 0. The one with the provolone is worth 6 points, I believe. 5 points, because eggs are 0, the provolone cheese is 3, and the sausage is 2 because they're 1 point apiece. But this feels good. I've got a fridge full of food, so that'll help me get off to a good start this week.